In a little bit, we're going to be talking about a potential release schedule conflict coming up where basically Captain Marvel 2 and Flash are scheduled to go head-to-head, basically 1 week apart from each other. In 2022, I believe, is when they're scheduled to come out. But, before we get there, we got to talk about something else, unfortunately. The interweb is a marvelous and sometimes cesspool of a place, and a video emerged yesterday that allegedly showed Ezra Miller choking a female fan and throwing her to the ground. Now, I went and I read, first of all, the headline of this that said that he and he choke slammed this woman to the ground, and you can find it online there. And I thought, oh my God, seriously? First of all, that's shocking to me because, not to put it indelicately, but Ezra Miller is a twerp. He looks like a strong breeze could blow him over. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So I went and watched the video myself. Now, let me say this first and foremost. If this video is real, like it was actually Ezra Miller, which, by the way, there's been no official confirmation that that's actually Ezra Miller in the video, but it probably is. But if it is Ezra Miller, and that is actually him assaulting a girl, then F that guy and whatever bus he came in on. I mean, that's obvious. That's clear. F this guy and whatever bus he came in on. That is the clear thing. However, Rob, upon watching the video yesterday, late last night, I watched this video. My very first reaction was, there's anybody who thinks this is real? That was my first reaction. Now listen, let me be very, very clear here. It might be real. That could actually be Ezra Miller actually assaulting a girl. And if it is, I stated right up front, F that guy in the bus he came in on. Absolutely. However, I gotta say that all that being said, I have my doubts that this is real. I have my doubts this is real. And it comes from 4 very important things that make me doubt its legitimacy. Doubt number 1, I already kind of explained it. I'm pretty sure the girl in that video could kick the crap out of Ezra Miller. I'm just going to throw that out there. So there's that. So I doubt number 1 on that point. Doubt number 2, and this is always a huge one to me. Video's 5 or 6 seconds long. I never ever trust a 5 to 6 second video. That to me screams of purposefully editing something to take it completely out of real context and just to see one quick snapshot and then build an entire philosophy around that. So whenever I see that there's a video clip that's 5 or 6 seconds long, it almost doesn't matter what's in the clip. I'm instantly dubious of it. So I'm dubious of that. The third thing to me was everybody seemed to be giggling in the damn thing. So, I mean, whatever. There's some people can make an argument, well, when you're really nervous and scared, sometimes you can giggle. Hey, I do that sometimes. I laugh at terrible situations sometimes. That's my coping mechanism. So it's maybe true. But the other thing that really got to me is I read this headline, like, throws her to the ground. Dude, he almost caressingly, gently lowers this girl to the ground in a very slow motion, kind of easy, almost gentle way. And anyway, I'm just saying, look, it could be real. And it could be Ezra Miller being an absolute, unequivocal dick. And if it is, F that guy and all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying, from an average viewer's point of view who clicked on this because of this headline, I looked at it, I'm like, I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all. Again, it might be, I'm not clearing Ezra Miller's name. You guys know that I've been saying for a while, Rob, that I don't even think this movie's going to happen. You know this, right? I've been saying this forever. It very well could happen, and I hope it does, but I've had my doubts that this movie was going to happen anyway, at any point. But anyway, that's how I saw it. Rob, you also had a chance to check out this video. What were your first impressions of it?
Well, I kind of feel the way you do. What I don't understand is why does it cut off where it cut off? If he's going to take her down in some chokehold, why does the video end there? Anybody who's shooting a scandalous video, we all know from TMZ, you don't turn your video off. It seems like, come on, man. I mean, what's happening here? Of course, I've read people on Reddit are saying, I was at this convention and he spit on people and was escorted out by security. And I'm like, Well, then why did the video guy just stop running his video there? Any good documentarian worth their salt, and everybody is now, John. I mean, come on, people put up their phones at YouTube concerts to film the entire concert. You think some dude watching some scandalous thing happening with a guest at a convention in Iceland is not going to keep his camera on while this whole incident plays out? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I again, and I think I cannot emphasize this enough.
But it could
Let's
be.
be clear.
Could be
yeah,
real.
It could be. And if it turns out it is, and I am not excluding the possibility that it is, I'm not saying that's outside the realm of possibility. I'm just saying, being honest, like my first reaction was I looked at it and I thought, really? People are taking this seriously? And maybe it does. And if it is, F this guy and the bus he came in on. Let me be very clear. I am not, because I know someone out there is going to try to twist my words here, Rob, and try to make it sound like I'm trying to defend Ezra Miller. No, I'm just saying I don't think that's what actually happened. Because if it is, F the guy. But,
yeah,
you know, listen, and I am a fan of Ezra Miller as an actor. I am a fan of Ezra Miller as an actor. I think he plays the Flash very well. I liked him in the Fantastic Beasts movie. I think he's a good little actor. I do. Of course, I lost some of my respect for Ezra Miller back during that whole time when he was trying to undermine the directors of Flash, and he went to WB and said, no, take my pitch for Flash. So the director said, you're actually taking the actor's pitch over ours. Okay, we're out. And they left. And I lost some respect for Ezra Miller, but I was still a fan of his as an actor. And if this is true, well then, there you go. But if it's not, and I really have a feeling it's not, I have a feeling this is something that's being taken way out of context. And if it's not, then F this guy. But listen, I wanted to ask you guys, I was going to do something else as the question of the day. But I needed to ask you, and by the way, I don't believe in any of this TMZ stuff. The only reason I'm even remotely interested in talking about this particular topic is because it will have a direct ramification on a movie we're supposed to be getting, which of course is the Flash movie, which we're going to be talking about in just a little bit. If it wasn't for the fact, like if Ezra Miller hadn't been in any movies in 10 years, I wouldn't talk about the story. I wouldn't care about the story. But this is a story that will obviously have direct ramifications on a movie we're supposed to be getting here in the DCEU, also known as The Flash. And that's why it makes it interesting. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about this. And I have not looked at this poll since I put it up. But just before the show started, I put up a poll on my Twitter simply asking you guys this. And let's bring it up now. You guys will be looking at this for the first time with me. And I simply asked you guys, here's the question. The Ezra Miller choking the girl video is going around is clearly disturbing, but considering it's a 5-second video, the giggling and the slow, almost gentle way she's taking the ground, do you believe that this is real? About almost 1,500 of you guys have voted since I put this thing up. 30.1% of you are looking at it and you're saying, yeah, I think that's real. I think this dude's really assaulting a person, and I think he just got caught on tape. 30.1% of you guys are saying that. 69.9% of you guys are saying, no, this is not really. Clearly, if you look at everything going on in the video, this clearly is not actually what's going on. But again, none of us know, but that's where it stands right now. 30% of you roughly are saying that you think the video is actually real and the events being portrayed are as they appear. 70% of you guys saying, no, we're not buying it. We don't think that's real. Anyway, I'm going to leave that poll up for the next 24 hours. You guys can go over there and certainly, guys, jump down into the comments section and leave your thoughts there. And obviously, we'll be touching on this a little bit as we come up to another topic in just a little bit. All right.